Hey, good morning, fourth graders. Welcome to our technology class. This is week 20. And as you can see, I am in a brand new robotics technology lab. Doesn't it look exciting? I know it does. Maybe someday will be what we'll really have at the school, right? We'll have all of our cool robots and our computers, high-tech computers. It's nice to pretend, right? I never did the background and I was like, "Ooh, let me see if I can find something fun." So here we are in our new virtual robotics technology lab. Okay, so anyways, welcome. Just a real quick reminder, we do have a new typing lesson this week. So your typing lesson is the D, E, and I keys. Okay, so far this will be our third typing assignment in the third quarter. We do have typing every week, so make sure you check your typing account, set a time to do your typing and get that done. That's an easy 100 for a technology class. And this week we are actually going to switch over to our second step lessons, and we're going to be learning about something called jumping to conclusions. And I think this is something it's a part of our life every day. You know, we always have the choice of how we're going to react to something. And so we're going to learn about that um, this week. So it says, don't ask, just jump. Sea of conclusions. And look, there he is jumping into the sea of conclusions. So if you've ever heard somebody say that phrase, oh, you're just jumping to conclusions. What do they really mean? What does that mean? I'm jumping to what? Where am I jumping? I'm just sitting here. What are you talking about? And what they're really talking about is when you're guessing and you're kind of coming up with why somebody did what they did or said what they said or why something is the way it is. And you're kind of coming up with your own conclusion, right, about something without really having details or information. And this can be really dangerous because you could be wrong. Yeah, I just said that. We can all be wrong, right? We can all jump to a conclusion and then we can act out on that conclusion and then imagine if it's not true. And then we just look so silly. Like, what are you talking about? That is not what I did, or that is not what I said. So, we're going to watch a story today about this girl named Darlene. And I want you to see how she reacts. So, she's going to start thinking in her mind about something that's going on with her friends. And let's see what happens. Okay, so I'll put it on and then we're going to talk about the story after. So let's see what happens with Darlene.
My sister Darlene almost made a big mistake by jumping to conclusions. Here's her story.
There was these three girls. I know all of them. Mary's even kind of a friend of mine. We play on the same soccer team. I had to walk by them, and they were whispering and giggling at me. I thought it was strange. It really hurt my feelings. I mean, what did I ever do to them? Why were they laughing at me? It made me so mad. I just wanted to... You make me mad. You're so stupid. You don't know anything. That's what I felt like doing.
Okay, so here's my question for you guys. Has this ever happened to you? And I bet everybody can say, oh, I can think about that time. Yep, and maybe it was with friends, family. This can happen. Gosh, it can happen any day, right? We can see somebody doing something, or they could say something in a certain way. And I feel like this can happen a lot with technology too, because the way that we read an email or a text or a message or something, we kind of jump to conclusion. Oh, they don't sound so friendly, right? They're maybe are they mad at me, right? And we kind of come up with our own conclusions about things. And so in this case with Darlene, she thinks they're laughing about her, and she's going, I can't even believe they're doing this. And she kind of acts out what she wants to do, but thankfully she doesn't do it. So let's watch the next part and see what she actually ends up doing.
So Mom dropped us off at this movie called Brothers and Sisters. Oh, I'm dying to see that. Was it funny? It was hilarious. The funniest part was when the sister took her brother to the mall and got him in trouble. Oh, I love to do that to my brother. Me too. What happened next? Okay, so they're walking, and these guards come up and say, "Hey, you stop right here." And then sisters laugh. I wanted to tell them how much they hurt my feelings. But I was afraid I'd just yell at them, so I decided to wait. I know. She is so funny. I mean, she's the biggest crush on the one. No, there's just, I don't know who yet. Really funny. I mean, just a second. Okay, whatever. Darlene. What's the matter? How come you didn't stop and talk with us? Susan was telling the funniest story about this movie she went to see. It was hilarious. Oh, I thought you were talking and laughing about me behind my back. Oh, that's why you look so upset. Yeah, it really bothered me. I had no idea you were talking about a movie. You know, we have got to go see that movie sometime. Sure, maybe this weekend.
Okay, so these are kids acting, but they are acting out things that can really happen to fourth graders, right? And so it was good that Darlene was able to stay calm, right? She didn't go over and yell at them. She kind of just walked by, and then the other girl came running over and was like, "Hey, what's going on? You didn't say hello to us. Why?" And then she ended up sharing her feelings. And I think that this is so important because we can avoid a lot of issues with our friendships if we're open and honest about our feelings, right? And we stop ourselves from jumping to conclusions, right? So instead of going and thinking and getting angry at somebody when we don't even really know what's going on, instead we just kind of find out, right? And so it was really good that she was able to do that, right? Okay, so this is something that's important for you guys because this is something that hopefully now that we're going over this, you can say, yeah, I probably should stop and think before I react to something and really use self-talk, right? I mean, you may first need to calm down, take a few breaths, be like, I'm feeling a little bit hurt. I think they're laughing at me, but I don't really know if it's true. And you talk to yourself, right? And then you're able to work it through and you're able to stay in control instead of ending up regretting, right? Which means like then you're wishing that you didn't say or do something because you feel silly about it because they were just talking about a movie, right? Okay, so now we're going to switch to the next part of the lesson. And I'm going to show you guys what that is. So I'm kind of like combining two lessons here because I can't believe how fast our school year is going. But we're going to now talk about handling put downs. And really the question is, what is a put down? So let me put this on really quick.
You're so stupid. I can't believe you wore that to school. What a dumb thing to say. That looks ugly.
Okay, so we see the flower, right? And the flower is slowly just wilting away and shriveling up because the words that we were hearing, they are called put downs. And these words are negative words. They're meant to put someone down. When you put someone down, you're trying to make them feel bad. You're doing it on purpose. You want them to really feel like a withered, shriveled up flower, right? And it's terrible, right? I think we have all been through this kind of thing and it's awful, right? Our words are so important and they can either hurt somebody and put them down or they can make somebody feel amazing and put them up. And so we're going to watch, it's a really short video, the story about these two boys. And you're going to see, because I bet that you've probably seen this in fourth grade or maybe third grade or at some point in your life, people acting like this to each other. So let me put it on.
We were getting our spelling test handed back. I didn't do very well. This kid behind me, Jason, looked over at my test and started giving me a hard time about it.
Hey Derek, look at all those you got wrong. You must be so stupid because that test was easy.
I was so mad and embarrassed that I just wanted to hit him.
Okay, so again, we're seeing that he's putting him down, right? He's saying, I can't even believe you got that grade on the test. And I mean, it's terrible, right? Making this poor kid feel bad about himself. The other boy has no right to speak like that to another classmate, to anybody, right? And so that's an example of a put down. So let's see how he handles it now, and how he's able to stay calm.
I just wanted to hit him, but I knew if I did that, I'd get in big trouble. So instead of letting my emotions get the better of me, I stopped myself, recognized that I was getting really mad, then said some things in my head like, it's not worth getting in trouble over this. I'm not going to let Jason get to me. I also decided to stand up for myself and say something, but I didn't want to make matters worse. It's not worth getting in trouble over this. I'm not going to let Jason get to me. It's no big deal, Jason. Spelling isn't my best subject, but I'm really good at math.
So, I mean, I like how this kid was able to talk to himself, you know, in a positive way, build himself up, and just really deal with this in control, in a calm, controlled way. Because I think many kids would have probably just started yelling back, saying mean things back, right? And that really would not be the best way to handle a put down, even though it is hurtful and we do want to lash out and maybe get revenge or say something back. That's never going to lead to anything good, right? And so it was really great that he was able to stay calm, and he used self-talk, and he was just like, you know what? I'm not even going to go there with this kid. He's trying to hurt me, and I'm not going to let that happen, right? Because remember, you either can allow somebody to come over on you, right, and take you over to the point where then you're getting out of control, or you could say, you know what? I'm going to put my boundary up here, and their words aren't going to penetrate me. And yes, it can be hurtful, right? Because it obviously is hurtful, but you have to know that which voices to listen to, right? Listening to the voices of kids who are mean and putting other people down. You don't want to listen to those voices. They're the voice of lies, right? That's not the truth. Those kids have a problem, right? Maybe they're hurting themselves or something, and they're just trying to hurt other people to feel better. Or maybe no one ever taught them about being kind. Well, they didn't go to this school because we teach you guys about that, right? And that's not something that we tolerate here, is people saying those kind of mean things to each other. So I hope and pray that none of you guys are doing this, right? And because that's terrible. You only want to be putting people up. You never want to put people down, use bad words or negative words, things that make people feel bad about themselves. I mean, that's just, especially as a Christian, I mean, it's just unacceptable, right? That type of behavior. Okay, so you guys, I have a sheet for you to work on. So this is what it is. I'll show you. So it includes both of the lessons. So for the first lesson, with Darlene, you're going to have to answer, how did Darlene almost make a big mistake and jump to conclusions? What was she thinking about when she walked past the girls and saw them laughing? What did Darlene end up doing to stay calm? And what ended up happening with the girls? How did Darlene feel when she found out what they were really laughing about? And then I want you to share a time when you jumped to conclusions. What happened? How did you feel? So maybe it was something with a friend or family. And why is it important to stay calm and find out more details about a situation instead of jumping to conclusions? Okay. And then for the put down part of the lesson, it says, was Jason using a put down or a put up with Derek? So we know it was a put down, right? And how did Derek respond to the put down? Well, he was able to use self-talk and stay calm, right? And share some examples of put ups you could use this week. So maybe something you could compliment your teacher, a friend, somebody in your family, right? What are some things that you can say to really put people up this week? So this kind of like, I believe, a good self-reflection this week, the lesson, getting you to just reflect on, who am I as a person? How do I treat people, right? Do I treat people in the way that I would want to be treated? Is that something that really matters to me? And take some time this week and think about that because you really want to be reflecting love and patience and just have calmness within you to stay in control in any situation, right? And if you're struggling with any of these things and you do want to talk more about them, definitely reach out to me. We can always meet on Zoom and talk one-on-one, and it would be totally private. I don't tell anybody what we talk about. So if you're going through a friendship issue or something personal and you do want to talk about it, I'm always here for you guys, okay? And so that's going to be your homework this week. You can type up the answers and email it over to me. And then don't forget about your typing assignment and any of the internet safety things if you're missing any of those. Hopefully you guys are staying balanced, right? Because these kind of things, I think the internet is a place where we could easily jump to conclusions if we don't find out everything, because it's a place where not everything is true. And you do need to just disconnect and unplug. Give your mind a break so that you can reflect on yourself this week. That's what we're doing. We're self-reflecting and we're making sure that we're in a good place, right? Meaning that we really are the people that God is calling us to be. We're showing love and patience to people, right? Okay, guys, so have a good week. And I will see you guys next time. Reach out if you have any questions, okay? All right, bye, guys.